Good morning, everyone. We'll wait a couple more minutes and get set. While we're waiting, I'm gonna try piano music. We'll see. Hopefully YouTube doesn't yell at me. Fingers crossed. Okay. So like I said in the Facebook post, you're gonna need, let me pull it back up. Things I wanted you to have. Your shoes or your blocks, whatever you have. Valve slides or furniture movers, or you can use, if you're doing this on carpet, you probably won't need anything. You can just slide your legs on the carpet, or you could use the furniture movers, or you could use Tupperware lids. I did see someone doing that. I was like, ooh, that's smart. And then you're gonna need, you can use a block, or you can use a textbook, something a little bit higher. You can put it up this way as your target, lay it flat. Those are all of our fun toys for today. We'll wait one more to get started. It's very relaxed music. Fun fact, this is the music that we play for Thea when she's taking a bath. We'll test it out. See. All right, it's 10 o'clock. So we're gonna get started. We'll start as always with our cars, and I'm gonna head back this way. All right, we'll start with our neck. Bringing the chin down to the chest. Start rotating as far as you can one direction. Tip it back. All the way over to the other side. And then back to the center. Then we'll go the opposite way, rotate, tip, all the way around. Each time trying to make that circle a little bit bigger. Should really stretch to the end range of each direction. And then back, rotate, and tip, all the way around. Good. Then we'll go to the shoulder blades, shrug up, squeeze back, keeping that squeeze, pull it all the way down to your back pockets, and roll forward. Up, back, down, and forward. One more. Up, back, down, roll forward. Then we'll squeeze back, pull up, and roll forward. Down, back, up, and forward. One more. Good. Then we'll go to the shoulder, all the way up. Find that end range. Rotate the palm away. Reach and rotate as you go. Good. Reaching back with the thumb as far as you can. Start rotating and unwind it. Good. Same thing all the way up. Find that end range. Rotate the palm away. Reach and rotate. And then reaching back as far as you can. Unwind it. Good. And then we'll switch sides. All the way up. Find that end range. Rotate the palm away. Reach and rotate. Reaching back with the thumb as far as you can. Find that end range. Rotate. And come up and around. Same thing all the way up. Find that end range. Rotate and reach. Reaching back with the thumb. And unwind it. Perfect. We'll go with our elbows. Palms facing out. Bend all the way up. Rotate as much as you can. Fully straighten it. Flip and bend. Flip and straighten. Create some tension through your arms like you're trying to move your arms through water. You know that feeling you get when you're trying to move through water? Staying there, you're going to bend back up, rotate the palms in towards you, and fully straighten. Now there's that little bit of resistance. It's kind of what you want to think about when you're trying to do some of this stuff. Good. Then we'll go to our wrist, making those 3 slow circles each way. Feeling all the clicks and pops. That's all right. Once you get 3, we'll switch directions. And then once you get 3 each way, switch it to the other side. Same thing, making those 3 slow as can be circles. And then once you get your 3, we'll switch directions. This music is making me think that it's going to be like a relaxing stretch, but we all know Kinstretch isn't that relaxing. All right, let's go to our mid-back. Crouching down as much as you can. Rotate as far as you can. Tip that shoulder. Stand up and around. Come over to the other side. Untip and unrotate. And then we'll go the opposite way. Rotate. Tip. Extend up and around. Untip and unrotate. Back the other way. Rotate. Tip. Extend. You're trying to get as much as you can through more of your mid-back. Not so much your low back. As you can. Good. Then we'll go down to our hands and knees for the rest of our spine. Starting at the tailbone, we're going to sink down first. Ooh. After yesterday's workout, my abs are feeling a good stretch from that one. Once you get all the way rounded, arched, and you're going to round all the way out, leading from the tailbone. Really squeezing your abs. And then reversing it. Making your head the last thing to come up. And the last thing that drops. Good. All right, let's go with our hips next. Bringing the knee up to the elbow. Out to the side. Tip the heel up. And swing it around. And then reverse it. Heels going up to the ceiling. Coming out to the side, to the elbow, and down. Same thing. Knee up to the elbow, out to the side. Tip the heel up, and swing it around. And reverse it. Heel up to the ceiling, knee out to the side, to the elbow, and down. And then switch sides. Knees coming up to the elbow, out to the side. Tip the heel up and swing it around, and then reverse it. Heel up to the ceiling, knee out to the side, to the elbow, and down. One more. Knee to the elbow, out to the side, tip the heel up, and swing it around, and reverse it. Heel up to the ceiling, knee out to the side, to the elbow, and down. All right. Let's go with our knee. Let's start with our right knee or your left, whatever you feel like. But remember, when we're doing our knee, we're leading from our heel. Our heel is going to be our main movement guider. And we are getting rotation is coming from the shin. All right. So heels going in and up, then out and down. In and up, out and down. In and up, out and down. Staying there, you're going to go back up, rotate in and down. Out and up. In and down, one more. Really try to feel that hand. That one. So you straighten the leg. All right, now we'll go to the ankle. This time we don't want any movement to happen at the shin. All of the movement is now happening at the ankle. So try your hardest not to let your shin get any movement. 3 circles, nice and slow, each direction. Once you get your 3, we'll go the opposite way. Really pay attention to where you feel like you're going fast through the range of motion and try to control that a little bit more. Slow it down as much as you can. Good. And then once you get 3, switch sides. Going from the heel, we're going in and up, rotating out and down. In and up, out and down. In and up, out and down. Staying there, you're going to go back up, rotate in and down. Out and up, in and down, one more. Out and up, in and down. Good. Now we're going 3 slow circles again from the ankle. Remembering slower is better and trying to really push each direction as much as you can. Once you get 3, we'll switch directions. Some people like to think of it like you're scraping the frosting out of a bowl. You know how you really have to scrape the whole bowl? Sometimes it's a good visual for when you're doing some of the cars. You're really trying to get every single bit of motion out of it. All right, let's do our toes. Lifting up just the big toe, leave the other 4 toes on the ground. Trying to not let the ankles roll out as you're lifting. Really try to plant the feet. Each time trying to lift that big toe a little bit higher. Good. I'm going to leave the big toe down. Lift the other 4 toes up. This time try not to let the ankles roll in. So really plant those feet. Lift those toes and place them back down. Good. You're going to lift all the toes. Spread them as wide as you can. Really try to touch those pinky toes down first. And then wave them down 1 toe at a time. Lift, spread, wave them down. Lift, spread, wave them down. Lift, spread, wave them down. We'll do 1 more. Good. Okay. So today we're going to start in our split position. I might have to back up a bit more. And we're going to start with our pails and rails first. So pails and rails for split. What you're going to be doing is we're going to keep our, again, everything is about posture. So you're going to think about folding forward. Pretend that there's a board on your back, and you're only going to go as far forward as you can without getting any rounding. You see how, like, I can only go this far forward. I feel a nice stretch through my groin. I actually even feel it a little bit into my knees. But if I was to let my back kind of fall and get some motion from my back, I can go all the way down here. That's not what we want. We want to maintain that nice tall posture, leading, think about leading from kind of our midsection. That's where we're going to get. So once you get that little bit of a stretch in through your groin, we're going to do our first pails and rails. Pails is going to be driving the heels into the ground like you're trying to almost push yourself up this way. And then rails, what you're going to do is we're going to lean a little bit more into the stretch. If you have like a weight or something that's a little bit heavier and you wanted to like put it on your little bow slide and slide out, you can do that. Or you can kind of just, walk your hands out. Whatever you feel like you want to do. So now that we've kind of found that stretch, hopefully, we're going to get started with our pails and rails. So 20%, start driving those heels into the ground. 30%, squeeze your quads and hamstrings. 40%, tighten up your glutes. 40%, wait, 20, 30, 40, 50%, sorry, squeeze your abs. 60 lats. 70, create tension through your arms, so you can either go straight out, you can keep your fists on the ground. 80% deepen the contraction. Safest, greatest contraction here. Hold it. 3, 2, 1. Slowly let off. Walk yourself a little bit deeper, maintaining that upright posture. Take a deep breath here. Try to relax into that posture before we do our next pails and rails. Yeah, if you definitely want to make it a little bit more challenging on that tension through your arms, if you hold your arms out, that's definitely going to be a little bit harder, especially as you get more forward. All right, we're going again. 20%, start pushing the heels into the ground. 30%, quads and hamstrings. 40%, squeeze your glutes. 50% abs. 60 lats. 70, tension through your arms. 80%, deepen the contraction. Safest, greatest contraction here. Crush the ground, hold it. 3, 2, 1. Slowly let off. Walk yourself a little bit more. Maintaining that posture. Try not to lose that chest position. Good. Let's take a deep breath here again. Relax a little bit into that stretch. Then we'll go again. So, 20% pushing in. 30% quads and hamstrings. You're probably going to feel this pretty good in through your knees here. That's okay. Just maybe back off a little bit. Don't push as hard in through your heels. 30% quads and hamstrings. 40% squeeze your glutes. 50% abs. 60 lats. 70 tension through your arms. 80% deepen the contraction. Safest, greatest contraction. Hold it. 3, 2, 1. Slowly let off. Walk yourself out a little bit more. Let's take 5 deep breaths here. Really try to relax into that stretch as much as you can. Relax into it without losing our chest. Let the legs relax. With each breath, you should kind of feel your groin loosening up a little bit. One more deep breath. Good. Now walk yourself on out of it. Woo. Up nice and tall. I don't have coffee today. I just realized I only have my water. All right. So, next thing we're going to do some end range rotations. So we're going to start with the easier one first. I'm going to show you on my left leg first. It's a little bit easier to see. Staying up nice and tall. You're going to rotate towards that side. You're going to go big toe down to the ground as much as you can. And then little toe down to the ground as much as you can. And so all of that rotation you're trying to get from your hip, if you are getting it, feel like you're getting it more from the knee, lock your leg out as much as you can and rotate. We're going to go 10 really slow each way. So that's 2, 3. Keep that knee locked out. 4. Really try to push the direction each time. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then we're going to go to the other side. We'll do the same thing. So go big toe to the ground as much as you can. Little toe as much as you can to the ground. Each time, try to get that toe a little bit closer. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Nice. So yeah, that was the easier one. So naturally, we have to go to the harder one. So what we're going to do is we're going to rotate back to that left leg. Again, different ways to make this easier and harder. Easier is always going to be hands on the ground. Harder is always going to be hand up. But you can make that even harder, either going across your chest, behind your head. You can go arms out in a T, whatever you feel comfortable trying. But if you're going to try to make it harder, make sure your posture is staying perfect. Like I've always said, I'd rather you keep your hands on the ground and stay up tall than go hands like this and then kind of have to do one of those weird things where you're getting out of the position. It doesn't make it. Yes, it's more challenging, but you're making it easier by compromising your posture. So we're going to do our rotation. So we're going to turn towards that left leg.
Thea booger.
Oh, like what is that? Yay. Thea has adult-sized boogers. It's very bizarre. She sneezes them and it's just...
Why did I knock that one out?
And here we are. All right, so rotating towards that left leg. We're gonna go toes pointed, and we're gonna eventually do toes flexed. But let's go toes pointed first. You're gonna stay up in that tall position, lift the leg. We're gonna do 10 slow circles. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then we're gonna let it rest. Shake it out a little bit. You should really feel your quad and hip flexor working pretty hard on that one. If it's too hard to keep your hands here, you definitely can lean back to make it easier. But again, if you're leaning back, make sure you're keeping your chest up. Don't lean back and then do one of these. So now you're going to go 10 the opposite direction. So lift the leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's go to the other side. Toes pointed, chest up tall, lift the leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. This down, shake it out a little bit. And we'll go the opposite direction. Nice and tall. Lift the leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. Now we'll go back to the other side. This time we're going to go toes pointing towards you. We did toes pointed. Now we're going to go toes bent up towards you. This is going to kick your quad out a little bit more. So rotate, up tall, lift the leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Woo, let it rest. And we'll go 10 the other way, toes up towards you. Lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. for the other side. And goals for this one to make it, obviously, what would be harder is working on the height of your leg. So the higher you can get your leg, the better. All right, so turn, toes up towards you, lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then we'll go the opposite way. Toes towards you, lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Woo! Feel those quads burning. Okay, for the next one, we're going to be sliding into our bear position. So, again, biggest thing is keeping that chest up tall. I'll show you kind of from the side. This is where we're going to use our sliders, by the way, whatever you want. Like I said, you can slide, you can on the carpet, if you're barefoot, or if you have some sort of slider or Tupperware. If you're on hardwood, you can use towels. They slide really well. The nice thing about having the sliders is it doesn't allow you to really get any traction, which is actually a little bit harder. So that's why we like having sliders. Okay, so slide into our bear. I'm gonna move so you can actually see my legs, but I want you to see my back position first. So, like always, you can go hands down and pull in. Notice how my back position doesn't change as I pull in. I'm not going like this, staying up tall. Same thing, you can go arms out front, creating that tension. Pull up as high. You'll notice that my knees don't go as high now because I have to work a little bit harder to pull them in. And then back down. Now, if you really want to keep yourself honest, put your back up against something. Put your back up against your couch. Making sure your butt is all the way back, and go from there. Having your back flat against something, you will not be able to round out. So, get nicely set up. However you want to be, whatever is going to be most challenging for you. And we're going to go off of my count. So I'm going to count the time it's going to take to come in. We're going to hold it, and then the time to slide back out. All right. So hopefully you're all in a position that you want to be in. And if you feel like you want to change it up as you go, by all means, change it up. You can always pause the video, move your position, and then come back in. All right. So sitting up nice and tall, we're going to pull those knees up towards your armpits. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold there. Then back down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Each time you're going to try to get those knees closer to your armpits. Notice how my legs are staying out wide and up. They're staying in this path. You want your half line to stay the same. All right. Let's go again. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it and down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's 2. We're going to do 10. So up, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it and down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up, 2, 1.
Seasons change. Water freezes, tires slip, and the person changing the radio in the car behind you can't.
Stupid ads. I don't pay for Spotify. Probably should. But I wouldn't have ads. Okay. So I'm pretty sure that was 5. So we'll do 5 more. Lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And hold. Back down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it. Back down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. We'll do 3 more. Whew. Lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Back down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 more. Focus on driving your knees back as well. That will help you keep that wider position as letting the knees caving in. 2 more. Lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Back down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last one. Lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it. Back down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Yay, sliders. Okay. Grab yourself some water. We're going to set up for pigeon next. So I'll show you, if you have yoga blocks at home, how you can set up from the ground. And then if you don't have yoga blocks, I'll show you how to set up off the couch. So if you have the blocks, yoga blocks at home, or if you can get into this position, without any issues, you can absolutely go from the ground. So you'll start in that 90-90 position because we want to make sure that front leg is still at that 90-degree angle. If you pull the leg heel in towards your groin, you're going to make it a lot easier. And that's not our goal. Our goal is to kind of keep that 90-degree angle at that front knee. From there, what you're going to do is you're going to take that back leg, this one back here, and you're going to slide it back into that pigeon position. So for me, I would need a block up here so I could be in a better position. So I would put a block under my front thigh. Then, if you're doing it off the couch, which I'm going to do it off the couch, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to give yourself something to put your knee on. And you're going to have that 90-degree angle at the hip, and then at the knee. If you want to get more of a stretch, work that back leg back a little bit so this leg starts getting more straight. So you guys get into whatever you're going to do it, whatever position that is. Go ahead. I'm going to get the timer going. We're going to hold it. As we're holding it, I'm going to start the timer now. As you're holding it, really get that good stretch either kind of through your glute and through your butt or in through the front of your hip on the opposite side. Make sure you're taking those nice and deep breaths. Really try to sink into that stretch. If you're going to go forward, same principle as when we're in the split. You're going to walk forward and not collapse. The more upright you are, the better the stretch you'll get. And you can kind of play around with that and see the difference. See the difference of when you stay up straight versus when you kind of fold down. You'll notice that there's a little bit of a difference there. Make sure you're still taking those deep breaths. Good. All right, from here, we're going to do our kinetic stretch, where you're pulling in and pushing out with this leg. Pull into a stretch. Push the leg down to get out. Pull and push. You're going to get 10 total. So that was 4 for me. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. So we're going to take that leg down. And then we're going to switch sides. Get yourself set up. We'll do our minute hold. Remember, if you're feeling it in the knee, you can always block underneath that front knee so that way it's more elevated as opposed to flat. So once you get set, we'll start our minute timer. Taking those nice deep breaths, finding that stretch, wherever that is, wherever you want to be. Taking those deep breaths, really try to breathe in through your belly. Those nice deep belly breaths, they really help you relax as opposed to breathing through your chest. Really just trying to find that sweet spot of getting a good stretch. All right. So next we're going to go into our kinetic stretch. So remember, you're pulling yourself into the stretch, pushing to get out. We're going to get 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so next thing we're going to do, I'm going to let those hips relax for a second. And I want you guys to all pay attention and watch because there's going to be 2 different variations for this next thing that we're going to do. We're going to go back into pigeon with whatever leg you started with first. And we're going to either do a passive range hold for the back leg, or you're just going to do a static hold, whatever you feel like you can do. If you cannot hold it, you can always go onto your stomach and just do a passive range hold there. So I'm going to show you all of those different variations. So starting from the ground, if we're in our pigeon from the ground, that passive range hold is going to be deep breath in, out, hold here. Or you're going to do a static hold where you're just holding that stretch to that back leg. Don't worry, I'm going to just have a timer going for however long. Or sorry, I'm going to put a timer on so you can do as many of the passive range holds or the static hold as you want. So from here, what it's going to be, we're getting into that 90-90 position. Grabbing that back leg, getting that stretch, or the passive range hold. So I'm going to put a minute timer on. I'm going to count out a passive range hold. If you guys want to do it with me, you can, or you can kind of go at your own pace. Just don't rush it. Or if you're going to do the static hold, you're just holding for the minute that the timer's on. So go ahead and bring that leg up. Take that deep breath in and out. Slowly let go. Hold it there. Try not to let that heel drift away from your thigh. Good, and grab the leg. Take that deep breath in and out. Slowly let go. Hold it. Good, and grab the leg. Take that deep breath in and out. Slowly let go. Hold it there. Don't let it move. Really squeezing that hamstring. And grab the leg. Take that deep breath in. And out. Slowly let it go. Hold it. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, let it down. And then we'll switch sides. Definitely should pay for Spotify. All right. What I need to do is just kind of stand up, shake your legs out, so that way give your knees a little bit of a rest because we're kneeling on them. Double my pillow up, blanket up. All right, so now we're getting set up. Same exact thing. Get into your 90-90, your pigeon, however you want to be, either from the ground or off the couch. If you did a passive range hold the first time, do the passive range hold on this side. Or if you did the static hold, stay with that static hold. So, go ahead, get in your position, grab that back leg. We'll take that deep breath in and out. Slowly let it go. Hold it there. Good. Grab the leg. Take that deep breath in and out. Slowly let go. Hold it, really squeezing that hamstring. Grab the leg. Take that deep breath in and out. Slowly let go. Squeeze that hamstring. Hold it. Woo. Pull it on up. Take that deep breath in and out. Slowly let go. Hold it. Let's do one more. Pull it on up. Take that deep breath in. Slowly let go. Hold it. And then let it all the way down. Whew. And then we'll shake it out. Shake it out, shake it out. And then we're gonna be in our last position of the day, which is gonna be on our stomachs. So if you wanna grab a pillow or a blanket, whatever you got. I have all my Christmas blankets down here. So that's what I'm using. And you're gonna probably want one under your hips and then a blanket kind of to rest your head on. Or you can just lay your blanket out flat, however you want. I'm on concrete floor, so it doesn't feel so nice. All right, I have to come way back here. We're going to be doing a few things on our stomach. So if in between each you kind of want to, I'll have us all take a little break just so we get off of our stomach. That way it doesn't hurt too much to kind of be there for a little while. First thing we're going to do is we're going to do our hip cars. So I'm going to show you how it's going to be done first, and I'll obviously walk us through it. The biggest thing with the hip cars from your stomach is you don't want to get any rotation from your upper body. Your goal is to keep your body as flat to the ground as you can. So for the hip, that's going to look like, hopefully you can hear me, I'm not too muffled. You're going to lift the leg off the ground, bring it out to the side as far as you can. Then you're going to let the heel come down to the ground. Then you're going to lift the heel up, lift the leg off the ground, bring it back down and around. Hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully you can see it well. We're going to get 10 on this side and then 10 on the other side. So get set up. And then we're going to go. So bend that leg up towards you. Heel is going up towards the ceiling. Bring that knee out to the side as far as you can. Drop the foot to the ground. Lift the foot up. Lift the knee. Swing it back. And that's one. Lift the heel to the ceiling. Knee is coming out to the side. Then the heel is going down. Lift the heel, lift the knee, bring it back around. 2. Lift up to the side, down, and up, and back to the center. 3. Lift out to the side, down, lift the heel, lift the knee, back and down. 4. Lift, 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 and back to the center. That's 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. One more. And 10. Whew. All right. So then we're going to get 10 on the other side. All right. So same thing. Foot towards your butt. Lift the heel towards the ceiling. Knee is coming out to the side. Down. Lift the heel. Lift the knee. And then back to the center. Good. 1. Lift. Knee out to the side. Down. Foot down. Lift. And 2. Good. And 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Okay. So hop up. And then I'll show you what we're doing next. Okay. So this is where you're either going to take your shoe or your textbooks, and we're going to put them in a cross pattern. So let's all just make it easy. Put one block is going to go by your right leg, and the other one is going to go by your left shoulder. And I'm actually going to use my textbook because I can lift up a little bit higher. Hopefully I can lift that high though, a little bit high. And I'm actually going to tip my textbook up this way. If you can see that. Hopefully that doesn't tip over. Well, if it doesn't, that means it's too high for me. So what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be doing, it might be too high, our crossover hovers. So what it's going to look like, your target is at probably more towards your knee. And then the other one is up by your shoulder. And what we're going to do is we're going to lift and then back down. Lift and down. So figure out what height you can lift to. properly without getting a lot of like rocking from throughout your body. And we're going to go from there. So I'll give you guys a second to kind of situate yourself, figure out where you want to be, and how you want to challenge yourself. If you want to use a textbook for your shoulder and for kind of your lower body, you can do that. Or you can just worry about really trying to push it without having to have the visual of using a block. You don't need to use it. You can kind of visualize it in your head. All right, so let's get going. So we're going to lift left arm, right leg. Come out to the side and then down. Lift, back to the center, and down. That's 3. Biggest thing with this one is you want to try to make everything the same speed. So try not to whip it. I know I did like a couple where I was just whipping it through. So we're going to lift and down. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and we'll do one more. 10. All right, now we're going to switch to the other side. So give yourself a second. We get set up. Switching everything over to the opposite side. Giving yourself that target. With the lower body, something to focus on to really make it more effective. If you point your toes up towards you instead of pointing this way, so flexing your foot, and reach towards that wall behind you, whatever's behind you. Think about elongating, making yourself as long as you possibly can through that left leg and right shoulder. The more you do that, the more you'll kind of create this tension through that whole portion. All right, we're going again. So we're going to lift the left leg and right arm. Coming out to the side, gently placing it down, lift, and back to the center. That's 1, up to the side. That's 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. One more. And 10. Good. Whew. Feel that through the whole backside of your body. Shoulder, hip. Feel it a little bit everywhere. All right. Last thing we're going to do swimmers. So if you've done Kinstretch, you know what that is. I don't know that we've done it yet. I don't think I had you guys do it yet. Virtually. No. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to face that way and show you kind of what it looks like. Again, it's going to go off of my count. We're going to still be laying on our stomach, but I'm just going to show you kind of in this position. So I'll show you facing you first, and then I'll turn around and show you. So We're all gonna start with our hands behind our back. I lied. We're gonna go behind our head. I like starting at the head. We're gonna squeeze the elbows back, lift the hands off the back of the head, straighten out the arms into that Y position. Then you're gonna start rotating and reaching back as you go. Once you get to that lower Y position or carrot position, you're then gonna bend, find your back, and relax. So that's lift, lift, straighten. Remember creating that tension through your arms, finding that Y, bending the elbows and relaxing. Creating the tension through your arms is big, so I like to do fists with this and like really squeeze my fists as tight as I can. And then also think about as if you were going through water, that like that feeling of like that resistance of when you go through water. All right, so then I'll turn this way and show you kind of what that looks like from the back. So starting with the hands behind the head, we lift the elbows back, lift the hands, straighten out the arms, rotating the thumbs down, reaching back as you rotate, then bend the elbows, and then relax. But from our stomach. So I'll show you one and then we'll jump into it. And I'm going to count out how, well, you'll just kind of go off of my speed. Try not to go too fast with this. A lot of times people go really, really fast, and I want us to go slow. So starting with hands behind the head, I'm going to show you one and then we'll all do it together. So you're going to lift the elbows, lift the hands, straighten the arms, coming down and around, find the back, and relax. Hopefully you all can see me. So let's all start hands behind the head, and then we'll get going. So lift the elbows, lift the hands, straighten the arms, come down and around, bend the elbows, find your back, and relax. Lift the elbows, lift the hands, straighten the arms, come up, find the back of your head, and then relax. Lift the elbows, lift the hands, straighten the arms, down and around, bend the elbows, find your back, and relax. Lift the elbows, lift the hands, straighten the arms, come up and around, find the back of your head, and relax. Lift the elbows, lift the hands, straighten the arms, come down and around, find your back, and relax. Lift the elbows, hands, straighten, up and around, find the back of your head, and relax. All right, we're going to do two more here. Lift the elbows, lift the hands, straighten the arms, come down and around, bend the elbows, and relax. Lift, lift, straighten, come up and around, find the back of the head, and relax. Last one. Lift, lift, straighten, down and around, reaching back as you go, bend the elbows, and relax. Last one. Lift, lift, straighten, up and around, bend the elbows, and relax. And we're done. Woohoo! Done for the day. We are mobile. We are limber. We feel wonderful, hopefully. And I hope you all enjoyed it. We'll be most likely back here next Sunday, same time, same place. Again, I'll send out some of the equipment you'll need ahead of time. Thanks, Lauren, for that tip. I hope you guys enjoy your Sunday. We'll see you next time. Bye, guys.